YouTube. This is a video that's for people that are taking the GRE, any exam. I took the GRE today and I didn't make the score that I was expecting, which was a 340. I made a 254 and I plan to take it again, but I was sharing with my sister prior to taking the exam some tips and things that I learned in the process of me studying, and also things that I learned in the process of actually taking the test that I would like to share with you all. And I plan to re-implement myself when I retake the GRE, and I know I'll make that perfect score that I'm aiming for. So the first thing that I shared with her was that you have to trust yourself, especially if you've been studying hard, you've been studying long. Trust yourself. You find your way into error when you doubt yourself constantly. Especially with a lot of these exams, it's not really difficult material. It's just a lot of material and changed around different ways, and a word problem, or just the numbers themselves, or just, text that you usually don't read on a day-to-day. But the more you familiarize yourself with that information, the better that you are. And even if you don't get it right when you're practicing or studying for it, you have to trust that, okay, I didn't get it right this time, but I do know this stuff and I have been studying, so I've learned it. I just have to, pull it out and have faith and trust in myself that my answers are going to be right, and that I know what I'm talking about, and that I can do a great job. You have to believe in yourself. You have to believe that you can make the 100% or the 340 or whatever the top score is, because if other people have done it before, you can do it too. So that's number one. Number two is peruse, which is a GRE word, which means to read very carefully, I believe. That is something that through my whole life is something that I've needed to improve on, and studying for this test just revealed that I need to continue to work on that. With the test, any test in general, you have to read the instructions. You can't be you can't just assume that what you see is what you need to do. That makes any sense. Okay, you can see that, it's asking 15% of 1,300, but if you don't read the rest, it might ask you 15% of 1,300 is X. So if is X plus Y, so if Y is equal to something, then what is X? If you don't read the full thing, the full instruction, you won't get the full scope of what the question is asking. So take your time. That is not the thing to rush through. That is not the thing instructions are not the things to rush through, to shorten, to skip over, okay? Read them. I've taken a test before. I remember I believe it was in one of my calculus classes, I think, where the instructor, we started from the beginning, we didn't read through the whole test, did the whole test, and at the back, it was like, all you had to do was answer one, and you didn't have to answer all the rest of them. Read the questions, okay? Read the instructions. Take your time. You got to do a deep breath and calm yourself down. Read those instructions, because those are going to tell you and help give you the mood for the type of questions you're going to be answering, so you can change your mindset from whatever you were working on before to what needs to be addressed now. So that's 2. 3 kind of ties into number 1, is don't doubt yourself. Usually, and I've realized this in almost 85 to 95% of the time, your first answer is your right answer. Your brain is amazing at identifying things that it's seen before. Yes, it can play tricks on you, but it's pretty awesome. It can do some pretty great things, especially with identifying things that it's seen before. So if you see something and it gives you like a familiar feeling, but you're like, that can't be right, just click it anyway. Just click it anyway. You can come back to it another time, but usually that's the right answer. Usually you have some inclination. Usually that's yourself, not inclination. Usually that's your mind telling you that this is familiar. You've seen this before. This is the right answer. When I was studying, every single time I changed the answer, to something else, the answer that I had it originally was the correct answer. That's 100% for me. Okay. Oh, okay, that's cool. I didn't know I could do that. So those are my top 3. And let's see what else. Yeah, read the questions, trust yourself. Those are probably the biggest ones. Reading the questions and trusting yourself are the biggest ones for me. But know that you all are awesome. Know that even if you didn't make that top score like I did, it's not the end of the world. A lot of these tests you can take again. If you don't meet a deadline, or something like that, don't give up on your dreams. Don't give up on your goals. Seek whatever help you need. You know, once you don't make the score that you want, or even if you do make the scores that you want, see how you could have did something differently, or what can you do to learn faster. If you didn't make the score, especially look at what were your errors. That was one thing that I researched when I was watching videos on how to improve, and tips on making a perfect score is to do those practice exams. Taking the practice exams and taking the exam today helped me get over the fear of failure. You know, it took me some time to even get the courage to take the GRE because I was afraid of failing. But you have to get over that. Life is going to present challenges, but failure does not mean unsuccess. That just didn't work that time. But if you do it again, if you do it a different way, if you look at it at a different angle, you will be successful. Or you will not fail. I'm sorry. This is my first video. I'm trying to be encouraging, but now I'm just talking ridiculous. But don't be afraid to fail. Take chances. Don't let a bad test grade keep you from moving forward. You are smart. You are intelligent. You've been studying. You've been working hard. That score doesn't reflect you. Just keep pushing forward. Keep studying. Keep searching. Get the help that you need to make the score that you want to get, the best score. And always shoot for the top. Don't ever think that, oh, that's so unattainable, I can't do that. There's nothing that's unattainable. There's nothing that's unattainable. People that have gone to substantial levels of success believed in themselves. They believe that they could do something that people have done before and more, or they believe that they can do something that no one has ever done before. And it all started by believing in themselves, believing that they could do something and not letting a test, someone else, themselves talk them out of it. Okay, so to summarize, believe in yourself, read carefully, and I forgot what my third one was. Believe in yourself, read carefully, and trust your instincts. Yes. And don't beat yourself up. That's the fourth one. Don't beat yourself up. I felt myself getting down. I was like, oh, I didn't get the score that I wanted and I studied hard. Okay, well, guess what? You have to study harder. Guess what? Now you know where your weaknesses are. You tried it out to see if you could do better, and you did a little bit better, but now you got some ways to go. So these are the other things that you need to work on to get the score that you want. You just keep moving, because I have goals and I got to get them, and I'm not going to let not making the score that I wanted stop me from those goals, and neither should you. So hope you enjoyed this video. Hope it helped someone. If you're taking a test, if you're going to take a test, I wish you the best. I declare that it's going to be in your favor. And I don't know if anyone's going to respond to this video, but if you do, let me know how you did on the test. Let me know if this advice helped you. That's it. Have a great night.